The market might be getting ready to pull in just a little bit, but it's kind of to be expected and was actually showing some warning signs. So, again, to kind of start this week in the EVX trading room floor, we did have a few levels marked out. First level being the EVX weekly mean 30,387, followed by the plus one of 30,603, which was taken out on Monday and confirmed on Tuesday. And then we had that upper expected, pretty stretched move towards 30,819. Now today, the market right off the open, right into pre-market, we were kind of rising to the upside. And right off that bell, we put in that stretch towards 30,807 before the market reversed and seemingly kind of just went down all day. Now, we did have a couple of big reversal candles. What we're looking at here is the 1 hour chart. That second hour candle at 10 a.m. Eastern, pretty big pop back over 30,603. A little bit of a long opportunity there if you were looking for those scalps. Now, all essentially we did was put in a little bit of a flag pattern to the downside. The big level that we were watching, that we were seemingly holding today, was the 5-day moving average. That level was sitting at around the mid 500s, low 500s. Now, we did spike below it a few times today, and then we did make our way back above it before ultimately falling through after hours. So if we kind of look at why we were falling through after hours, we had Avago earnings, right? So if we go to AVGO, absolutely obliterated here. Again, let's go ahead and throw the auto zoom on here. So if we look at Avago, absolutely obliterated. Not only did we lose today's low, we lost the daily 5 simple moving average. We also lost the 10-day moving average as well as 20-day moving average. So you can see here in the after hour session, we are putting in a little bit of a bounce, but it's nothing more than what seems like a little bit of a bear flag. We do have our final support here, which is going to be the 50-day moving average sitting at 395. So this is definitely something that we're going to need to keep on watch if you do trade those futures markets. So going back into the MNQ chart, if I could ever get it right, MNQ. So the reason why I say that we're coming down, let me get my drawing tool out just a second. You can see here we had this resistance, and then we had a lower high, and then now we have lost our short-term daily moving average, which is our simple 5 moving average. Now, this little bit of a washout came right down into our EVX weekly expected mean, followed by a little bit of a dead cat bounce here in the after-hours session. One thing that I would kind of keep in watch going into tomorrow's session, which tomorrow is going to be the 4th of June, is do we reclaim this daily 5 moving average, and can we get back over 600? If we can get back over 600, then the bulls and the buyers are back in full control. Wait for a break and retest, followed by a continuation higher towards that 800 level. That's how we're going to play it to the long side, depending on if that happens. If we do consolidate and we kind of stay in this trading range, maybe we spike up once more, maybe we kind of just stay in this range, or maybe we close below the EVX weekly mean below 30,387. That next big target that we're looking at is 30,208. That is going to be the level to the downside where we would be looking to see if the market wants to catch and hold. If the market wants to catch and hold, you can then see a little bit, okay, a little bit of a bottoming out process. We do have our -1, which is the -1 expected move based on the weekly mean. So again, what I'm looking at when I'm taking the weekly mean into consideration is what did the market price in for the current week. That's going to basically set our mean. It's going to set the line in the sand, and then I'm dividing it by 3. So while I'm dividing that by 3, I'm going to get 3 expected target areas and zones, and you can see they have played out very, very nice multiple times here throughout the week. So with that being said, if we do start to trade and we do start to lose the lows that we have put in the after hours session today, below 30,387, I am looking to target 200, and I am looking to target 30,170. In this area is where we could see a little bit of a catch and maybe a little bit of a dead cat bounce the way we're getting here, right? Anytime you test these bigger levels, you can see if we hold, maybe put in a little bit of a higher low pattern here where we trap those shorts and then start to push up towards this mean of 30,387. Now, to kind of round out the week, obviously, there's a few situations and scenarios that could definitely play out. But if we get back over 600, we would be targeting 800 or 31,000. And then to the downside, we would be targeting 30,170. And if we go into Friday with that pressure to the downside, anything below 30,170 has room all the way down to our -2, which is sitting down here at 29,954. That's what we're going to be looking at. If we quickly take a look at the ES, okay, give me just a second here. If we look at the ES, same kind of picture here. The ES has lost both the 5 and the 10-day moving average. Our next support on the ES is 74.90. So what I would be looking for in the overnight session here is, do we stay underneath 75.61? If we do, we could just expect a slow grind and a flush into this area tomorrow. If we get back above 75.61, this is a no trade zone for me. The last place that I want to get caught trading is in between the railroads here, between 75.84 and 75.61. So this is a basic no-go trade zone. Again, if the buyers are going to reclaim control, they're going to need to put in that close over 75.84 with a continuation higher towards today's high of day, and Tuesday's high of day would be the next targets that we would be looking for. If you guys are interested and you want this commentary and you want this live technical analysis each and every single day, you guys can join the EVX Trading Room floor where we're looking at these levels live in real time. That way I can help you guys stay on the right side of the market, because again, sitting there at home kind of just trying to guess where is the market going intraday can get a little bit confusing. We're constantly watching these markets each and every single day. And again, we're covering all of the news and any headlines that are popping ways as well. So again, right now we are going into tomorrow with a little bit of a neutral slash bearish bias. If in the overnight cash session, right, in the overnight session throughout Asia, throughout London, if the Nasdaq bulls, okay, if the Nasdaq bulls do not reclaim 600s today, we would be looking at lower prices. So definitely something to keep your eyes on. 30,387 becomes the overnight line in the sand, and our initial target is in between 30,170 and 30,210. Hope you guys enjoy the video. If you guys need evaluation accounts, maybe you guys are looking for a new prop firm, all of those links are down in the description box below. You can get involved with whichever firm you like. Right now I'm currently using a few different firms. Just started a new account with Intraday. Pretty good, 50% off, $62.50 all in with activation fee. So hey, we're going to try them out. We're going to see how they do. Apex is still running their 90% off sale right now, so that's still looking good as well. Also, the link for EVX Trading Room Floor is also down in the description box below. So with that being said, thumbs up on the video, and I'll see all of you guys tomorrow.